Hello and welcome everybody to another early access draft here. We are drafting Lorwyn Eclipsed. And, we've done a handful of drafts now, and we did a sealed deck, and I'm excited to dive in for a little more early access action. Shout out to Wizards of the Coast for giving me the opportunity to share a first-hand look at this format with all of you. Now, before we hop into this draft, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com if you wanted to pick up Magic the Gathering singles or sealed product. Pre-orders for Lorwyn Eclipsed are available. If you want to purchase those, or if you wanted to purchase some singles for your constructed decks, go to TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, go to HeavyPlay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are the place to go to for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, live pads, and much, much more. Go to HeavyPlay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. They're also basically every Magic the Gathering convention. If you see them at a regional championship or anything like that, tell them Paul sent you for 10% off in person as well. All right, I'm looking to draft something a little more streamlined this time, but you know what? We'll let the packs decide what we do. Oh, this card is so awesome. I have to draft this card. Mutable Explorer. 3 mana for a 1/1 changeling. When this creature enters, create a tapped Mutavault token. I mean, come on. This card... Wait, there's 3 rares in this pack. Which one? What does this do? 5 mana for a 4/2 Flash Convoke. When this creature enters, choose a creature type. Other permanents you control of that type gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. And then there's, of course, Moonshadow, which is a 1 mana 1/1 menace that grows whenever permanents go into the graveyard. This thing drains people. I mean, it's going to be one of the rares. I just don't know which one to take. This one seems weaker. Selfless. This is a Convoke combat trick. I mean, I got to take... Look. I don't know where this deck's going to go, but Mutable Explorer... Look, I could believe Selfless Safe Right is a better card, but I'm going to take Mutable Explorer. Look at it's so cute. Look at that little thing. Come on. Come on. What would you have taken? All right, it's early. What would you have taken there? All right, pack 1, pick 2. Meek Attack is not really a card. Thirst for Identity. Draw 3 cards. Then discard 2 cards, only you discard a creature card is fine. Gut Splitter Gang is okay. You know, I was actually kind of impressed with Pitiless Fists, so I'm kind of potentially interested in that. There's also Hovel Hurler. This card is really, really powerful as well, but it does push me into a secondary color. Tweeze is a decent interactive spell, deal 3 damage and Rummage, and then these 2 drops are fine but replaceable. So for me, it's between the Pitiless Fists or the Hovel Hurler. I think the Hovel Hurler is exception. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna take the. Let's just take the fists. Let's just take the green card and Hovel Hurler. It doesn't require double white or double red to use. So let's just stay green and then just kind of figure out what our second color should be a little bit later. I mean, this card's also good. Omni Changeling, 5 mana for a 3/4 clone, basically with Convoke. It's okay. There's Thoughtweft Charge, 1 in a green. Target creature gets +3/+3. If a creature entered the battlefield under your control this turn, draw a card. That is pretty nice, especially in a Kithkin deck. There's Timid Shieldbearer and Wanderbrine Preacher, which are both okay. There's Temporal Cleansing, which is a decent interactive spell here as well. You know what? Let's try out this uncommon combat trick. I mean, I don't know what colors I'm going to end up being in, but I do feel like this probably can have some good applications. Okay, well, it feels like, I mean, look, Signals be damned at this point, but Ryankin Recluse is quite strong. 3 mana for a 3/2. ETB, return up to 1 of the target creature to its owner's hand. It's probably going to be one of the best uncommons in the set. Pummeler for hire is also quite strong. 5 mana for a 4/4 Vigilance, Reach, Ward 2, gain a bunch of life, but I do think the Recluse is better. Effects like this have proven itself to be one of the best uncommons in the format basically every single time. So let's go ahead and take it here. But we are seeing a bunch of red cards here too. But let's take the Recluse and see where this goes. All right, pack 1, pick 5. There's Clash Hand Festival, which I think is just okay. Like, this is an uncommon, but it doesn't feel like one. Feed the Flames is an okay removal spell. And there's also Dundulin Weaver, 2 mana for a 2/1. When this creature enters, if you control 3 or more creatures, return target permanent from your graveyard to your hand. I want to try this card. Seems like a pretty cool uncommon. Certainly you need to have lots of creatures and curve out pretty well. So I just need to be mindful of that when I'm playing this card. All right, pack 1, pick 6. There's Lissalana Informant, which is always a fine card. I mean, blue-green seems like the color combination I need to be. There's Bristlebane Outrider. This creature can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. As long as another creature entered the battlefield under your control this turn, this creature gets +2/+0. You know, I just found, like, this is an interesting moment where it's like, do I take the random 4-mana creature or do I take Interaction or like a 2-drop? I don't know. I think Temporal Cleansing is quite good, though, so I think I'm going to take that over the Lissalana Informant, but I do think both are pretty good cards. All right, pack 1, pick 7. There is a Great Forest Druid and another Temporal Cleansing. There's also Grub's Command. Surprised to see this card super late, but I don't know that this is a pivot that I can afford to make based on my start here. So I'm looking at Temporal Cleansing versus Great Forest Druid. I'm just going to take another Cleansing. I actually think this card's going to end up being not that impressive. I'd rather just take the removal effect here. All right, pack 1, pick 8, a Feisty Spikeling, Wretched Wretch, and a Bristlebane Outrider. I guess this is the time to take Bristlebane Outrider. It's a fine card, 4 mana for a 3/5. Here there is... How many cleansings is too many? Well, I don't think I'm going to have enough Merfolk for Wanderwine Farewell. So I think I just take a 3rd Temporal Cleansing. Now, the important thing here now is to try to make sure that I pick up enough cheap creatures to be able to fully take advantage of the Convoke effect here. So we should put a high priority on cheap creatures if we can. Gut Splitter Gang, 4 mana for a 6/6, Blight 2. I mean, I'm kind of just blue-green here, so let's take the Surly Farrier. I don't love this card in a... I mean, it's a fine filler level card, but in like a blue-green deck, I don't like it as much. I don't know what I'm taking here. Just a random card. All right. Guilt Leaf's Embrace. What do you do? Flash, Trample, and Indestructible, and a counter? I don't know. I would be shocked if I play either, to be honest. Silver Guild Peddler is also the type of card that I'm not super interested in here. But let's see where this goes. All right. Gloom Ripper. 3 black, 4/4. When this enters, target creature you control gets +X/+0, and up to 1 target creature an opponent controls gets -0/-X, where X is the number of elves you control plus the number of elf cards in your graveyard. Wow, that card's really strong. I have 0 elves right now. Literally 0. I don't think I can take this card, although it's... I mean, it's very, very good. Illusion Spinners. This card is cool if you have fairies, but again, blue-green's not really like a fairy deck. What else is there? There's Blossom Bind. I mean, if I don't... Should I speculate on this? All right, I'm going to speculate on Gloom Ripper because I'm not super impressed with Blossom Bind here. And so Gloom Ripper is such a powerful card. I'm just going to take it and see where this goes. If I pick up a bunch of elves, it'll be great. I'm not a huge fan of Lofty Dream, so I don't think I'm going to take it. There's a Stratosaur and a Thoughtweft Charge. Pretty weak pack overall, honestly, for what we're looking here. There is a Changeling Wayfinder. That is pretty good with Gloom Ripper, but there's also Nameless Inversion. Now, I don't necessarily recommend this. This is like... Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't necessarily recommend this. I had 0 black cards in the first pack, and then now we're taking this. But it's like, I don't know. These seem really good, right? Both of these cards seem really good. So let's try it here and see what happens. There's Assert Perfection versus Pitiless Fists. And this is more of a curve consideration. I already have 1 Pitiless Fists. So let's take an Assert Perfection here to spread around the type of interaction that we might be interested in playing. All right, pack 2, pick 4. Doran, Besieged by Time. It's certainly a powerful card. What does Helix Pinnacle do? Nothing. There's also Vinebred Brawler, 3 mana for a 4/2 that must be blocked and is an elf. I think I'm going to lean into all the elf stuff for now. And yeah, let's just move away from the blues. I might splash Rhymekin Recluse if my mana allows me to do so. I mean, this Ripper is just so good, right? All right, pack 2, pick 5. Requiting Hex. Fine Removal Spell, Searblade Scout, Scarblade Scout, and Safe Right Count. I'm going to take Scarblade Scout here. I just, being able to curve out here is very, very important. And this is a 2-mana elf with the self-mill clause on it as well. I think it's quite strong. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then if it's... All right, I'm just going to take another elf. 2-mana, 2/2 flash elf. Totally fine card. All right, pack 2, pick 7. Mud Button Curse Tosser. I don't have any goblins, so this is not going to be that great. It's going to be a 3-mana 2/1, and then if it somehow dies, I get to kill something. I think I should just continue leaning into the elf stuff here. This is what? A 3-mana 4/2 flash reach. I'm just going to keep leaning into the elves here, okay? Ooh, Eclipsed Elf. Nice. Pick 8? That's got to be an indication that elves is open, right? At least Golgari as a color combination. Certainly not black. And, all right, well, did we do it? I don't know. I mean, we took a bunch of these blue bounce effects, but I think this is still a pretty solid place to be considering the pivot here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 elves. Plus a nameless inversion that counts for an elf in the graveyard. All right, all right. Ooh, another Hovel Hurler. This card's really solid. I will take Vile Boggart. These are all like my maybe stat. Well, I'm definitely playing the Dundalin Weaver. I just don't really count it as a 2-drop because you never play it on turn 2, right? It's like a 4 or 5 drop, but it costs 2 mana, I guess. Take another thought. Okay. I mean, again, the Vile Boggarts, I like it more than just like a normal Goblin Shell. But I'll play it if I need to. Wow, last pick Flame Braider, so no Elemental Drafters. What a pivot. The most epic pivot of all time. Look at this. We opened Gloom Ripper, and then we got Champions of the Perfect. Let's go. That is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Given my mana situation, I don't think I'm going to end up splashing this card. I do need more spells. My elf count now is looking really good, though. 6 elves plus 2 shapeshifters, so 8 elves in total. Mutable Explorer is nice. I am still curious. Like, ooh, getting a Mutavault with the Gloom Ripper still works. You can activate the Mutavault. I mean, this costs 3 mana. I don't know. That 5 mana card also looks great. Okay, I can splash this. It's an Elf Fairy Noble. Hold on, let me just make sure there's nothing else here. There's also Moon Vigil Adherence. I don't have a whole lot of self-mill. Should I splash this card? This card looks really great. Whenever Marilyn or another elf or fairy you control enters, exile the top 2 cards of the target opponent's library. Once each turn, you may cast a spell with mana value less than or equal to the number of elves and fairies you control from among cards. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to try this card. We certainly need to take some mana fixing, but this also lets us splash the Rhymekin Recluse, which is a really powerful card in its own right. All right, another Assert Perfection here. Not going to splash for more blue cards if I can help it. And this is certainly a great interactive spell here for us. Another good bite effect, so let's take that. All right, Overgrown Tomb is nice, but I mean, I assume I have to take the uncommon elf. 2 mana for a 2/2 with 3 -1/-1 counters. At the beginning of your end step, if there's an elf card in your graveyard, and this has a -1/-1 counter, remove a -1/-1 counter from this creature. Boulder Dash is a really good interactive spell. Tweeze is good too. I do like the Overgrown Tomb. I would love to take it. Lissalana Informant is also fine, but I'm going to try, of course, the uncommon elf here. You know what I would actually like as well? You know, the 1 in a green mill 4 cards? That card seems really good in this deck, and I haven't seen one yet. Oh, speak of the devil! Midnight Tilling. That's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, I mean, Kithkin very open. Thoughtweth Endurer, Miss Meadow Council, and Timid Shieldbearer, but I am happy. Midnight Tilling is what I like to call a glue card. Kind of ties the room together, if you will. All right, what do we have here? Another Midnight Tilling. I will happily take that over Bristlebane Outrider. I think this is just, like, all these elf decks just care about finding. I mean, first of all, it helps us find our bombs. but also just like milling ourselves really, really matters with Gloom Ripper, Marilyn. What else? Dundle Reaver. We can get stuff back. So, all right, Unbury. Oh, this pack is nuts. All right, I don't think it's the Eulogist. Do I want to take Unbury? I can get 2 cards back or Morkant's Eyes. I'm gonna take the Unbury here. This card seems okay, but kind of slow. I think with double Midnight Tilling in an all elf deck, Unbury seems to. I feel like the Unbury is gonna do a lot of work for me. Here we have Gut Splitter Gang. I just don't need an effect like this. I think I'm just gonna take more elves here and lean into my synergies. There's a Veteran Brawler here. Ooh, actually, do I want to take Lissalana Informant? Yeah, I do. Curve, folks. It's important to respect the mana curve. I know this is an uncommon, but I need 2 drops. It's a really, really solid 2-mana elf for this deck as well. I don't think the Moonglove Extractor is any good. But, I don't know. We'll see. All right. Well, we at least put together a fine deck here. The issue here is I have 0 mana fixing. So, like, is it worth it? I didn't take one of those trees. Maybe I should have taken it, but, like, I don't know. I don't know that it's worth it. Like, if my deck is good enough and my mana fixing is good enough, or, like, hold on. Like, what happens if I just play a straight 2-color deck? You know me. I always favor having good mana fixing and, like, a consistent deck, right? Over just about anything. The Farrier can possibly go. Basically, like, if it's not an elf, then I am more than happy to consider letting it go. Although this thing kind of is a beater, right? So Surly Farrier can certainly go. Guiltleaf Embrace can go. You know, my curve is low enough where I feel like Thoughtwave Charge can be pretty good. Right? I just like play something and then play. And also it's just like, it's a fine combat trick if you need that effect as well. Just deciding whether or not I want Surly Farrier as just like another 2-mana play just to have a good curve. It's between Surly Farrier and like Bile Vile Boggart. Now, if you don't have any like sacrifice effects, I just feel like this is probably not that good. Like Blight type cards. And this does not feel like a good Blighted Blackthorn deck either. I have enough tricks where I don't need the Guiltleaf's Embrace. And like I said before, I don't think my mana fixing is good enough. So yeah, I mean, this sometimes helps push through damage and it's another 2-drop. I will play 9 green, 7 black though, because the green with the double Midnight Tilling gets us to the black sources. So let's try this with 16 lands. And yeah, I mean, look, if I picked up a tree and like an Evolving Wilds, I would have looked to splash to Maryland, but I couldn't. So I'm going to lean towards being consistent. All right, now before round 1 starts, I did want to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Access to the Patreon gives you a variety of different benefits. One of course, is the ability to join my Discord channel. I also post monthly videos, and I do monthly streams for the Patreon. So if you're serious about taking your game to the next level, absolutely check it out. Hey, look, it's a 2-drop. The problem with my last deck, the Elemental deck, is just like the curve was awful. So trying to right my wrong here from that previous one. Is there, what trick is this? Oh, good for you. Good for you. Do I want to play Mutable Explorer? They missed the land drop. I can try to ambush them with Dawn's Light Archer. Yeah, I'm going to try to ramp here. This just seems better. I mean, they missed the land drop, so there's just not a whole lot of pressure here, right? So this way, if I draw a forest, I can like Moonglove Extractor plus Assert Perfection if I want. Although I think there's a really good chance I'm just going to run out Dawn's Light Archer here. Oh, they found a land. Okay. Flame Chain Mentor. Okay. I mean, they are beaten down. All right. Well, we got a Mutavault here. The question is, do I activate the Mutavault to try to block? I don't know. And they missed the land drop, but then they hit back-to-back lands here. So it'll be a close one. 4 cards. I mean, they probably have like something here, and if they have something here, it's really bad for me. Okay, we got to eat something. Okay. So fourth. Oh, Forest was such a big draw. Forest was such a big draw. 13 to 20, huh? This is a 4-2. That's also a 4-2. I mean, I feel like I can race them with my 4-power creatures. We'll see what happens. I mean, it already seems fairly close, especially because I have the Thought Web Charge in my hand, too. You know what would be a nice draw? One of my rare elves. Oh, well, that will certainly do it. Oh, actually, that's like not as insane as you would think. I mean, it's obviously good. I would like to get an incarnation one day. When I grow up, I would love to get an incarnation one day. So another elf gets +2/+1. Okay. Sure. Interesting. Oh my gosh, I drew one of my rares. Do I have an elf in my yard? I don't have an elf in my yard right now. So I kind of don't need to run this out just yet. Let's think here. Okay. 11 to 14. How do I want to do this? I mean, if they just block like that, do I just save? I mean, I kind of want to kill the Wistfulness, right? And if the Gloom Ripper lives, then I'm looking really good. So, yeah, that's fine. That's a very smart block. All right, opponent's at 11. It's 11 apiece. I have a Gloom Ripper and a Nameless Inversion. They have 5 cards in hand, so it's going to be very close. Blossom Bind, okay. Sure. And an Enraged Flamecaster. All right. Gotta think here. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. I'm just gonna play this out. Boom, take 6. Also, this is a good blocker for the 2/2. And then I still have the ability to attack with Mutavault and cast Nameless Inversion and Thought Wave Charge. If they kill this and attack me, they die. Sure. That, okay. Okay. Well, well, well. Dead. All right, that was a good game, though. Good back and forth. And we won because of our rares. Bam. Love to see it. 1-0. All right, opponent on the play. You know what I love? I love the fact that I respected my mana curve, so all my hands look playable. I do like that a lot, right? That's been kind of an issue. Like, usually when I start drafting a format, I really try to push it to, like, how much I can dirtle and how much I can get away with just, like, having really bad mana curves. And this time around, we're respecting our mana curve. Well, we just milled 2 really great elves. I don't love that. Okay. Okay, Dundalin Weaver is nice. Alright, let's play Surly Farrier. They missed the land drop. We can actually use this to get back the Gloomweaver, which is great at some point. Marrow Sky Swimmer. Sure. Yeah. Kill the flyer. And I'd rather actually get in for more damage, so I'm just going to attack with both. Because I'm at 28 here, right? So. Blossom Bind, sure. I mean, I got my creature and I gained a bunch of life, so this is fine. Assert Perfection. They have 1 blue mana available. Again, I don't really care about my life, so... Just keep putting pressure on my opponent. Bam. Got to eat a token for free. Always a good feeling. Shore Lurker. Okay. So now I can get back the Gloom Ripper because I have 3 creatures in play. But I also found Champions of the Perfect. Oh my gosh. I can exile the Scarblade Scout. That is amazing. Sure. Bam. And that's why Blossom Bind's not good. Because of rare cards like this. Alright, boom. Got it done. We have lots of elf rares. Look, again, I don't really recommend doing this, but look, like my blue was just okay, and I opened one of the best elf rare payoffs in the format in Pack 2. So I moved in, and it paid off. Alright, 2 forests, Midnight Tilling on the draw. I'm gonna keep it, like I have a good curve, I can play the Tilling on 2, and that'll find me a swamp, hopefully. But it does have the potential to get run over. I'll be the first one to admit that. Oh my gosh, they have high perfect Morcant in their deck. Not great. And I will not play the Dundalin Weaver. Although, well, I guess playing it wouldn't have mattered. Okay, well, it looks like they might have a better elf deck than me. We'll find out. Let's get back this swamp. Wow, how am I going to deal with this Morcant? Morcant's loyals. It just, oh my gosh. I mean, what a start. I mean, I don't want to kill this. You know what I mean? This is a 5/5? Oh, God. Woo! Oof. Their deck is nice. Like, I don't even know what to do here. I mean, I'm just dead if they pump it, yeah. Oh, well, I was dead regardless. I mean, look, this is, what my opponent played is like, Elves was open from pack 1 and you end up with that deck. So they have a really solid deck. No shame in losing to that. Moving on. All right, opponent goes first. 2 Forest, Eclipsed Elf. I'll keep. Just need a swamp. I'm honestly just need any land, right? Just need any land. Oh, so big. All right, so now we can go Nameless Inversion into Eclipsed Elf, and that's going to be great. Or just Eclipsed Elf. Ooh, hold on. Actually, they didn't play anything. I wonder if there's value in Moonglove Extractor. Yeah, let's play that. Because if they play a creature next turn, I can assert Perfection, right? And if they kill this, that's fine too. Sure. They have blue-green. We go Champion of the Perfect. Evolving Wilds. They are going deep. It's going to be a 4th land type. I guarantee it. Oh, no, it's not. How reasonable. Yeah, that's okay. Alright, so that exiles the creature. They have to blight 1, though. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card. Alright, so let's go Eclipsed Elf. Okay, we drew a forest, so now we can just find a creature. That is a Gloom Ripper. I will take the Gloom Ripper. They're at 20. The thing is, this is probably going to die. Or get exiled. So I just want to play this and draw a card. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter that I don't get value out of this because it replaces itself, right? Because I'm fully expecting my opponent to play a creature and then exile this. But they can't activate it unless they have another creature in play. There it is. Wait, it tapped their white mana. Oh my gosh. Oh, auto tapper for the loss. Do they have a white source? If they don't have a white source, they might just concede out of like frustration. I wouldn't blame them. That sucks. I mean, they must have a blue spell in their hand or something. But not being able to... Yeah, that is so brutal. I'm going to save these Assert Perfections. Well, actually, maybe I should use it here, huh? I just realized. Or I can use Nameless Inversion. That's the safer thing to do, right? The question is, do I let this die and add another permanent to the battlefield and make them use the blight effect on this thing? Sure. Do I want a creature in my graveyard by... Like, I mean, that creature seems pretty good. Alright. I mean, I just think I have too much in play where I got my value and I can just try to get problematic things off the battlefield. Miss Meadow Council, sure. Oh my gosh, they missed the land drop too? That's crazy. Okay. I mean, look, they're so behind, they have to get a little lucky, so I understand their thought process. I still don't know if I should have gone for the kill on that creature. Like, I was afraid of like a combat trick or something, and I wanted to get my value and draw my card right away. And my thought process is, if I just keep adding to the board, and they spend their next turn to get rid of my creature, like, I just have a good board, and I have a handful of cards. So... And there's still the possibility that they play a creature and still activate the pacifism, right? So... All right, on the play here. Yeah, totally fine hand. Creekwood Safe Right. Actually, this hand's like just okay. I need more creatures. But this deck is basically all creatures. This one, you know, it'd be nice if it triggered off of Elves in play as well. Because right now it's like, it's kind of whatever, right? Okay. Our mana is not quite where we want it to be. That's great. As much as I want to like try to ambush this, I think it's just way better playing the 4 mana 3/5 here and then just like see what happens. And if I draw a land, I have the option to like do all kinds of fun stuff here. Okay, so that's good. They get to hit me for a lot. So now we're in a racing situation, which is okay. I think we can handle that. We drew a land here. $11 to $16. Man, they are like playing so safe. Fair enough. I mean, I can block the Vaulter, so... What do you do? Okay, they get this... Are they gonna try to race me? Okay. So they... I don't know what they can have for 1 mana, but I'll block. Did they forget that this had reach? That has to be the answer, right? They just forgot it had reach. Hmm. 2 cards. What are they going to block? I mean, they haven't been blocking anything. But I feel like I want to be aggressive here. I'm at 7. They have 2 cards left. And if one of my creatures don't get blocked, then I can kill them with Thought Weft Charge. And that was the plan here, just to get their life total low. Like, it kind of looked like a chump attack, you know? And I can still block here. Oh, tap up to 1 target. Ooh, I see. Now do I block? Yeah, no blocks. 1 is not 0, friends. Why didn't you cast that before damage? That seems kind of weird. Alright, well, that got me. Fair enough. Those Behold rares are absolutely insane. I don't know if I played that game perfectly. Like, maybe there was a world where I could have raced them better, or maybe I could have held on to my things. But, you know, for the format being very, very new, I will give my opponent a ton of credit. They did a really good job playing around my combat trick. All right, gonna keep this 3 Forest, Midnight Tilling, Dawn's Light Archer. And look, we have filler cards. It's not like Dawn's Light Archer is a premium card. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm playing it because it's an elf. And I really need to basically draw my rare elves to really have a chance. Man, what were they? This card is so good. Like, talk about pushed. A 1 mana 2/1 with pure upside. Like, this is like, I don't know if it's constructed level, but man. Right? Remember Savannah Lions? Like, look at this thing. Like, if this was a 2 mana 2/1 uncommon with this ability, it would still be very strong. I need a black source here. Ooh, I mean, I'll take Eclipsed Elf. But I will play the Mutable Explorer here instead. Happy to trade the Explorer for the Wanderbrine Trapper. I'm assuming the Eclipsed Elf will find us a black source. Okay, ooh, never mind. We just drew a black source. Well, I can't really attack. Take the Gloom Ripper. I'm not going to play into Mischievous Sneakling. Not anymore. Not anymore. All right, 2 elf cards in our graveyard. So the Gloom Ripper, if we find a black source, is quite strong. We have a Mischievous Sneakling as well. I mean, remember Monolith Circuit Feeder? It's kind of like that, right? But it counts your graveyard too. Nothing to do on turn 3 there for the opponent. Like, you know, they just have like a handful of interaction, but my cards all kind of suck, right? They just don't want to use it on the creatures that I have in play right now. I'm not going to play the Gloom Ripper just yet. Oh, they probably have like the +2/+2 spell or something. I don't know. Nope. Okay. Let's play the Extractor and pass. Now, if they have a sweeper, it's like not even that bad. Like, they certainly could have it. Oh, it's just a liminal hold. That's going to target the Extractor. We can play the Archer. Not going to play the Ripper until they play a creature. But we can certainly play this. Play this. I mean, I guess I could have played this after. But, alright, here we go. Yep. Too much beats. Too many X2s. Look, again, I'm not a big fan of like all these 3-mana 4/2 whatevers, but you know, for these Kindred decks to work, like you just need to make sure that you have the appropriate number of creature types. And in this case, it is Elf. Why are all the Elves 4/2s though? Can we get some 3/3s up in here? Like they just all died of shock. All right, on the play here. Yep. I will say Mutable Explorer is fun. I just think it's really fun. It's probably the art. They got me with the art. You know what I mean? They got me real good with the art. I'm not going to play the Weaver right now. Let's just play the Explorer. Brambleback Brute. So that's a 2/3. Okay. What does it say? Remove a counter from this creature. Target creature can't block this turn. Activate as a sorcery. Okay. I think I'm happy trading that with Dawn's Light Archer, honestly. I guess if she turns it into a 4/5, it's kind of annoying. I don't know, but it seems kind of a spew to just like fire this off, like, you know what I mean? Twice. Sure. So they got a 6/6 here that's going to be absolutely gigantic. All right, well, we don't have any interaction here, so we are certainly in a little bit of trouble here. But we do have this Unbury and the Dundalin Weaver. Yep. Goblins. Goblins feels really good. Like, so much good removal. Huh. Sorcery speed. I guess they could have like an instant speed removal spell or something. I don't know. Like, if they do, it's not even that bad, right? All right, I'm at 14. Let's get Mutable Explorer and the Archer. Let's go to our turn. We drew a Forest. All right, let's get a bunch of Mutavolts. Three cards in hand for Bloody here. I don't love my draw here. I need some kind of interaction or one of my big elves. I think there's a removal spell here. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Yeah, we'll take 6. So, let's see. If you control 3 or more creatures, okay. Because I want to be able to play this and trigger it, right? So, does it count itself? It doesn't. Good. 4 cards in hand still. 2 elves, yeah. If Gloom Ripper would be sick. Oh, Grub. Why is it that every time I play against a Goblin deck, it's just like a block constructed Goblin deck? Look at this. Okay, well, at least we drew Assert Perfection. When they transform this, I mean, this is just an absolute disaster. I don't even know what I can do here. I even tapped wrong. Son of a gun. Oh, that was really bad. I mean, I need to kill the Grub. Yeah, this was not... I needed to not tap a Forest there. That was a pretty big misstep on my part. No, please don't let this punt be the reason why I don't get to go further with this deck. I like my deck, I really do. But we have not had a great run, though. We have not had like a 5-win. We haven't gotten to 5 wins yet, and this is like draft number 3 or 4. Hovel Hurler? Yeah, that's a really good card. Yeah, this deck is excellent. Alright. Goblins, GG. I mean, that was a lot of really premium cards. You know that Gut Splitter Gang? I didn't give it enough credit. You just pay 3 life and it's a 6/6 and it beats down. So we got to 4 wins, another 4-win finish. I swear I want to put together a good finish. I thought we did a decent job with the pivot this time, but we ran into some powerful stuff here. As far as interaction goes, we had 3, 4 removal spells. The Thought Whiff Charge here was just okay. Got outraced at one time, but anytime we drew Gloom Ripper or Champions of the Perfect, obviously our hands looked much, much better. The Moonglove Extractor certainly looks quite weak. Scarblade Scout's good. So yeah, I mean, this deck certainly had these 2 good cards and ways to try to find it. But if we didn't get to those cards, we were going to struggle against some of the better decks. So still, I mean, going 4 wins is obviously a fine result, but I would like to have a better result here. But you know what? I can't control my results in these events. We got to 4 wins. Hopefully we get to 5 in tomorrow's video. Champions of the Perfect is awesome. These Behold cards are amazing. And there's a lot of good cards in this format too. So just make sure that you respect the removal, prioritize good removal, and also a good curve, and you will end up having a lot of success. I have been very, very impressed by these Goblin decks. I lost to Ham and I lost to Bloody now with very, very solid versions of these decks. So that's something that I'm going to be keeping an eye out for to draft in a future draft video, hopefully. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in a different way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Whether you want to buy some booster boxes of Magic the Gathering product or you wanted some singles for your standard, modern, Pioneer, or Commander decks, go to TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, go to heavyplay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. If you need top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and much, much more, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.